Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back to play in the abandoned journal. We're getting there, but you know, it's a process and there's no lying about that. So what I did after I saw you guys yesterday is I added just a few bits and pieces. Like I said, I probably would, because sometimes it's really hard for me to come up with it all at once. It can take like a couple sessions before I can get something complete, just because I've finished one part and then I'm not sure where to go. But once I think about it, you know. I just added some stamps, our little tags here. I just put this young man there, and then this one I added it to a piece of collage masterboard actually, and just put one of my bingo bits numbers on there. So those go in there and they're nice and kind of sturdy now. And then down here I have this piece that I had in here yesterday, but I added a piece of coffee dyed paper to the back and a butterfly and just stamped a number. This card was on cardstock, so I just left it the way it was, but added a couple of my cogs from the shop and one of the numbers from the shop. And those slip in there. I might actually put this one behind, maybe. And then in our little tuck pocket here, I just have a little tag. This bottom one is from My Porch Prints. So is this. I can't remember what the kit is because these have just been floating around in with my cogs. And then this is my this and that labels, and I just put it on with a brad, hole through it, brad, just like that. So that's all I have done since I saw you last. So to what we're going to do today, where did I put that stuff? Oh, here. We're going to do this page. So these do take a little bit longer, unless you have a bunch of pre-made ephemera, which I used a lot of the pre-made stuff I did have. Well, I've showed you. And then also in the last journal I did, so I will have to be making a little bit more for this one, I think. But I had this envelope that I covered quite a while ago. Like, you know, did them like collage masterboard, basically just collage all over them. You could make up a bunch of them and then just have them. And if you do them neutral colors like this, you can kind of throw them into journals wherever, because you can add whatever will make it look like it goes with that journal. So for this one, I'm going to put a corner pocket down here, and we'll put one of the tags from the kit in there. And then I've cut a large piece of masterboard that will slip into this, and it's going to be a side pocket rather than a top pocket. So I'll need to glue this envelope here and here. And then I'm trying to decide what else I want to do. I'm thinking I might put this this one somewhere else. So I think that's what I will do. There's not a whole lot of room on here if you want to take stuff out of there to have, you know, anything else here. And plus this is cool with all the aging and whatnot that we did. So that's where I'm at. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing fantastically. It stopped snowing. Yes, I'm so happy. I can't even tell you. I'm done. I know we don't even have it that bad, and I said that yesterday, and I know, but gosh, I'm just tired of waking up every morning to snow. So anyhow, we had a bunch this morning, but it is melting, so hallelujah. I'm just going to put a thumb notch. So I will be covering this edge with some other book page pieces, just so you know you're not going to see that and all. So I might as well just go ahead and do that. Oh, I need to say hugs and blessings to Joan, and then user-UD8OU9ES9I. You know who you are, as I always say. And Tia. Thank you guys. Thank you for all your always kind comments and just support and goodness, right? It's fantastic. I love y'all. Couldn't do it without you, and I'll tell you that right now. And I know that. I am aware. And I thank you. So yeah, hope you're all doing good, like I said, and hope you're staying warm, cool, etc. All the things. Staying healthy. I know that ugly old virus is out there banging around and bugging everybody. So but hopefully it seems it's gotten to a less virulent point, at least, so that gives us all hope, I guess. And I think I'll turn it this way. I think I'm going to have to hang it off a little bit, and then I'll just trim it where it hangs off. So yeah, but we're all doing good around here, just trucking along, work, school, etc. as we do. Oh, and I did want to say, I have another, sorry, I know you guys are probably like, seriously, but I put out, and I made it at the same time that I was making the other, the cruciform kit that I just put out. It's just a grungy blue wallpaper, and it matches that cruciform kit really nicely, color-wise. So I just wanted to put that out there if, you know, you've gotten the cruciform one, or you just want grungy blue sort of wallpaper looking kit. That's in the shop as well. And I can show it to you if really quick, because I know not everybody cares. I get it. They're here to see what I'm doing, but I'll show you real fast. Like I've said before, I just like the people that are interested to, you know what they're getting, kind of thing. So that's why I keep showing these. It's not to drive the rest of you crazy. So that's the first page. You can see very grungy, floral. And then we have just some stripes, kind of cracked. It reminds me a little bit of ticking, maybe. So I do like those a lot. And then there's that one. These could be a little bit more like, some of those could be more like a plastered wall, is kind of what it makes me think of. But at any rate, I called it grungy blue wallpaper because it kind of goes along the same lines as the other grungy wallpaper kits I have in the store. I have pink, turquoise, and now this blue. But you can see it's kind of that blueprint color on a lot of the pages. It would just go well with that cruciform kit. And it's obviously going to make it a little bit more feminine. What was I going to say? That kit is leans more towards the masculine, which I mentioned yesterday. 12 pages on that. And so sometimes, you know, I think as women, or myself, maybe I'm just speaking for myself anyway, I like that. I love all this masculine look, but I love to add that little bit of feminine in there as well, like some floral or something. I just think it's just appealing to the eye to have that juxtaposition in there, as I've said many times. And that is my opinion. All right, so we're going to do that, and I'm just going to glue the bottom and the top so that this will stay as a pocket. Yeah, I don't even have any real exciting stories to tell. I did, my son told me kind of a cool story today about someone in one of his classes, and that person's parents went to school mostly with my sister, who's a little bit older, but same town I grew up in and all that kind of thing. And so it was like just that small world moment, because obviously, you know, we haven't all stayed in touch or anything like that. And I was quite a bit younger, but it's just so serendipitous, you know, when things like that happen. And then he ends up going to school with her, and it was just interesting to think back and try to figure out, you know, like who that was or whatever. It's just always kind of fascinating and then it gets you thinking. I even pulled out my yearbooks this morning just because I was so curious, but they weren't in my yearbooks because, like I said, I'm a little bit younger than my sister, but she totally remembered, because I texted her just to say, Do you remember? I remembered the names, but I couldn't place the people, you know? Have you ever done that? Like, I knew the names, but anyhow, that was just kind of interesting. I like stories like that. So, anyway, fascinating stuff, I feel like. I think I want to put a stamp on there. I don't know, I just grabbed some other things. I like this piano. It looks old and it's hard to see. But I'm not sure where I want to put it. I kind of want to put, where did I set that? Sorry about my arms. I realized in one of the videos I did recently, I kept reaching my arm across, and I didn't even think about it. I apologize. Sometimes it's hard to remember, you know. I mean, like once or a few times in a video or whatever, but I was painting something, and yeah, it's like, wow, Amy. Sometimes you just get doing your thing and you forget what you're doing. So yeah, that was kind of a fun little morning of trying to figure all that out. And Theron was just amazed because, you know, we're all, when I was telling him years of like graduations and their, you know, where they were and where we were and all that, he just was amazed. And apparently the mom worked in the candy store, which is where my husband and I met because his dad owned it, or was co-owner. There were two people that owned it, but anyways, he ended up owning it later. But anyways, yeah, so that was interesting, and that was obviously, I was like 10 years old or something, so, or around there. So it was like, it was crazy to think about that. All right, I'm going to take, I think, some old book page and put under that too. But blah, blah, you guys are like, yeah, who cares? I don't know any of these people. Just those things are just interesting to me. I love all that kind of stuff. It's fascinating to me to see where people go after, you know, high school and all that. You kind of don't think about them anymore, a lot of them. And yeah, that was just interesting. All right, but that's the most interesting thing I've had go on lately, so maybe that's the point I'm getting at. I kind of like it. I don't know if I want to cut. I like that the way it is, so I don't want to cut it apart. I don't love that color with this stuff. These are my this and that labels and my bingo bits. I don't really want more numbers necessarily. Any of these? That one just says journal. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, we'll do that. That's one of the this and that labels. It just has old rusty, like dials on it. Rusty background. Oh, this I was going to turn into a tuck. I almost forgot. So I don't want to put all that glue on there. So maybe I don't want this right there. Let's see. Let's think, Amy. Okay. I just want around here, I think. Instead of blabbing, think for a minute, right? Oopsie. Well, I guess that's where it's going to go. I moved it down a bit. And then I think I have another one of these from my porch prints would fit well in there. So I think I can still, yeah, I think I can still put that on. Yeah, it'll work fine. I just maybe won't glue a ton at the top. Just leave sort of a little space maybe. I like to squish the corners, I don't know why. Yeah, that'll still work. Okay, I could also put one of these pictures. If I could grab it. Oh yeah, I kind of like that even more. I think I'll do that. So I'm going to back that so that it's a little bit stronger. So I guess their son is a bit older than Theron too. But in the same program at school. This is just, as you can see, manila file folder. It backs stuff really nicely. It's a nice thickness, and it looks cool when it's inked, I feel like. So I like to use scraps of it for this sometimes. I mean, I do a lot of different things. It's kind of whatever I have on hand that will work. Honestly, there's no science to it. It's whatever I can grab. Kind of want to round the corners. Oh, I wanted to mention, because I'm horrible about remembering, and I apologize to all the awesome people who use my digitals, and I try to remember to say something, but sometimes I forget. So Mitzie Hotard has been doing, she's 307 Junk Journals. She has been doing lots of journals using the Wearing of the Green, so St. Patrick's Day. Carol Laws is starting with this kit, and I think she's using Pieces of the Past and Places of the Past both. So it's kind of a mix of all those kits together. So she has one video out on that. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen it, but I just want to mention people while I'm thinking about it. So yeah, definitely check them out. And I'll try to remember to be good and link. I have linked them before, but yeah. And I think that's it. I'm bad at that, and I apologize, because I do really want you guys to check out their channels. They're fun ladies and do just excellent work, and I feel fortunate that they like to use my kits, so I need to be better about that. So we're going to glue this one. I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to just glue it on 3 sides, and then you'll still be able to, I think I'll tuck like maybe this piece of paper that I had in, where did I get that? In here. And this is one of those washi sticker pads from, oh, that's the front side. Help if I showed you the front, right? I get these on Amazon. And I think it's in my Amazon links below in the description box. So if you want to find it there, you can. So we'll just use this, I think, as a, an extra writing spot. So I'll just fold that. And it's all torn jaggedy, but I kind of like that. So I'm keeping that. Whoever gets this can change that. They can cut it even if they like. I like it janky. So yes, lovely, awesome, beautiful ladies that do such fun stuff. And I just love seeing what other people do, you know. And Linda at Handmade Iowa has been working on a kit, a journal, using the kit by Joey Card Maker. It's Retro Groovy. It's called Groovy. So, and Nancy Pyter is starting a journal using his kit, which is super fun. So definitely worth checking that out as well. Very, very groovy. What else can I say? So yeah, I think I might use my tacky glue just to make sure. Like I said, this is trying to be slickery for some reason, even though it really shouldn't be. Okay. My shaky hand. Both my hands are shaky. When I try to do anything, they don't shake like all the time, but anything, I don't know, what would you call that? That requires tediousness or something like that. Detail. That's when they start. I'm going to have to hold that because those corners want to lift, because this is not perfectly flat because of all the junk in this journal. It would probably be smart of me to do this whole stuff first and then sew in the signatures, but I like to see the signature pages with whatever I'm adding. So there's always the lifting from the corners that wants to go on. And of course, I don't have many clips right here either that would, you know, make it easier. Because why would you do that? Why would you make it easier on yourself? That's silly. Oh, I do have... I didn't see them because they're buried. There we go. And then this will just poke out of here a little bit. And now we need to do the tag. What are we going to do to the tag, you ask? I don't know. We have some cool stuff. But what do I want to use? Let us look. Kind of need something pretty big, I feel like. And it would be fun to see whatever it is. Kind of like them. I also really like that. I think that's very cool, but it's not very big. I probably should have done one of those bigger, I feel like. Oh. That pocket would fit on there. I would have to trim it just a skosh on each side. That might be kind of fun. I don't know about this blue. It's kind of getting me. Let's see. What can we do? We need a scissor. Scissor. Yeah, it would be nice if this was a little bit more neutral papers, but we can always cover stuff. That kind of seems like a waste since you collage all that, but happens. You never know what you're going to use where, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so if I put him, let's say about there. Man, I stink at cutting in a straight line. I mean, I don't want the whole thing rust because then you have that problem where you can't see these. So in that way, I like it. But I kind of am thinking, I have this. I might just glue that down. Yes, I'm already liking that better. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to cut this to look like a tag. Maybe, if I can find my corner thingy. Majig. That is the technical term. I need to make sure this fits in the pocket. That's always important. Because, see, when you put the glue on, it changes the size, obviously. It wants to catch on everything. Yeah, we're going to take off just a little bit. Because quite often I forget to do this, and then I make the whole tag, and guess what? It doesn't fit. And then I want to scream. So I'm trying to get better about that and not have that problem. But, oh my word, what is the dilemma here? Why are we catching up so bad right here? Too many old papers banging into each other is what the problem is. There we go. See, now that one's getting caught. It's not even really not glued down. Why? It's just that little bitty corner. That's all it takes. One little bitty corner to mess up the whole thing. It still wants to catch. Okay, so that's kind of a tricky little pocket, but it does fit in there. So, oh, you know what else we need to think about is the window. Okay, let me take these out. And let's see. We need to think about the window. It's these. These are the culprits. That's the only thing when you cut up a collage sheet quite frequently. You're going to get this problem of little bits that didn't quite get the glue. And it happens with me a lot because I'm not really good at getting all the edges every time. Or really any time. Okay, maybe that'll be it. We'll see. Oh, that does work better when all that's glued down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put it in here, and then where the sort of middle of the window is, if I can find something, I'm going to attempt to make a mark. And of course it's right where that confectioner's little sign is, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it sometimes. So I think that's about where I'll probably put that gentleman walking away with his suitcase. Okay. So let's put this on first. This pen. I am never going to remember to put it in the little piece of fabric around there. And it kind of breaks my heart to use this piece of paper. I've been hoarding it, but it's been floating around. How it's lasted as long as it's been floating around is sort of a miracle. It's very old, like those little tiny composition notebook, note-taking books, whatever, that somebody wrote in. And I don't know why, I always love everybody's writing but my own, because if I went and wrote this exact thing out, I would not be happy with it. But I think a lot of us do that. I'm just going to take that off. Yeah, it's silliness, and I don't know what else to say, except it's silliness. But I don't like my writing. Sorry, map, it wasn't your day. And then, oh, I covered up my spot, but I know it's about right here, because I remember the confectioner thing was really need that little thing I ordered. And, you know, there's like people that do digitals and stuff from these old bits of paper that, you know, what do you call them? Like bills or receipts or whatever. And I don't know, it's just the feel is never the same. I mean, they're awesome because without that, you know, wouldn't have anything. But yeah, there's just something about the real deal, right? But then when they're gone, they're gone. That's the sad days part. I think Celeste gave me that stamped confectioner's bit. She gave me a whole sheet of stamped things. And I forget that I have them. And I did remember to put one on there, and now I'm covering it. Nice, right? I think we all know that's just kind of how it goes. So let's try and see how this looks. Yep, that'll work. He could have gone a little higher, but it's okay. At least you know, can kind of see him, so that's cool. That's cool. I'm okay with it. Not perfect, but almost nothing is, so. Well, I always say nothing is, but some people might think I'm wrong. All right, so that's going to go there at the bottom, and we'll put something in it. So it's just going to have all kinds of writing spots. Because you'll have the back of this, you'll have a tag or whatever. There's another tag on the front of that envelope. Yeah, good stuff. I love these pockets. I've started putting them in like all my kits because it's just fun, and I feel like you don't really have to do a whole lot to them. They're just interesting all on their own, and I'm not going to go all the way out to the edge because those are probably going to get snipped off. Sorry, I cannot hang on to anything today. That one will go right there, I think, as well as it can. I mean, they're not straight to begin with, so that's the one benefit of that. It kind of like looks like it could have been, you know, like one of the pockets on his bag or something like that. One of his bags. This one is that color. Getting very, very scientific now. All right, let's put this back in here and figure out what are we going to put in the pocket. I am loving this journal. This one and the last one, I just had a blast with. I mean, I am just having more fun with all these grungy kits. It really is my favorite. Like, I do love, love, love doing that sort of Victorian, well, these are a little Victorian too, but that's definitely my favorite era. But, oh, you know, the pretty ones like the winter journal and those kind of things, I definitely love. But for some reason, this grungy thing just really appeals to me, and I feel like I get the most creative with this style. I do love the pretty, beautiful, floral, all that. You know what the thing is? I'm not a gigantic lace fan. So I tried for a long time to do more of that lacy vintage style, or like, for lack of a better term, I just don't know what else to call it. But yeah, like lace, lots of laces, lots of, I'm not a bling person. I don't really like bling much at all. A little's fine. But anyways, that's just not my thing. I've never been hugely into lace. In fact, when I was growing up, I wanted my room to be purple. So my dad was like, how about like lavender? Because, you know, it's a little tamer and a little easier to cover if you want to repaint it. So we did lavender and got a purple bedspread. And then he wanted to put in like lace curtains, because, you know, that's what a lot of girls like, right? Lace curtains. And I was just like, I mean, I think we did end up doing that, but that's just never really been my thing. And I don't know. I mean, we all have our thing. That's fine. But, so that's where I struggle with the real pretty Victorian look, is a lot of times I feel like you have to do, these are stickers. I know they are. You have to do more of the laces and all that. And even though I have quite a bit of that, it's just not my thing. But I see other people do it and I'm like, ooh, that's so pretty. I love that. I don't know. I don't know. If you can explain it to me, I don't know. Oh my goodness. I know that these are stickers because I've used them before, but we might just glue it on because, oh, there we go. It's being a stinker. My daughter got me these. They're really cool. There's all different ones. And, you know, they look like tickets, obviously. And they're pretty good stickers, but I still put glue on them because that's just what I do. But I like them. Thank you, daughter. My Aiden. She's such a cutie. We need to... Oh, come on. I can't. It's stuck. I wanted to twist it a little, but it's not going to work. And then how about... Okay, we'll try that. Sorry, got real quiet there for a minute. As I'm thinking. Just a stamp, that's all I wanted. Okay, that can go in there. A little crooked so you can still see him. I don't know if I want anything else on there at the moment. Except grunging. Yeah, so I finally just decided you got to go with the thing that you like to make the most. Because I think that's how you do the best, is when you're not doing what other people want, or not, I don't mean it that way. I just mean, you know, you're just doing your own thing, not because someone else wanted you to do something. I don't know if I want a little piece of this. I kind of just like this right here. I might put a stamp on here too. But you just have to be true to yourself, basically, and create what is speaking to you at the moment. Because otherwise, I know from experience that I struggle and I don't want to do anything when that starts happening. And that's where it got with the lacy... whatever, all that whole thing, those journals. I liked them when they were finished, and I enjoyed making them to an extent, but it got to where it was not fun. Is that what I'm trying to say? Yeah, maybe not fun. So that's when you know you gotta switch it up and do something else. That's because we all got our own style. If we all did the same thing, it'd be a real snooze fest. Yep. There's this little tabby thing on there. I don't think I need that. Oh, my glue. Come on, man. You got a little more in you. Not really. I think that's a dead one. I don't know why there would be stamps on pockets. I just want it like that. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. This is just tissue paper that I stamped with some of my Tim Holtz stamps and whatever other stamps I had. So that's what this is, if you're wondering. Where in the world did she get that? I stamped it on tissue paper. Regular old white tissue paper. Okay. I like it. It's going to go in my pocket. Okay. And then this will go in back here as another, and of course you could tuck anything you wanted in there. And that, voila. I like it. It's already getting, and I don't even have tons of stuff on the actual pages. But anyway, that's what we got for today. I like it a lot. Very fun. Very, very, very fun. Lots of little tuck spots and things. So, hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And we will chat again soon. Love you guys. Bye.